Not. Let me say this. This is a miserable place to be fired from what you have dreamt about your whole life. But I love that team, and I love the fact that they fought back. I wish we had this, that, and the other thing, but I like the way these kids keep coming back. I like the way they look at me in the eyes, and they give me the feeling like they're listening and they're engaged, and every time we've been our backs against it, we've responded. And so now my back's against it. So I need to respond, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to respond in the same way they have for me, and let them know that it's not about me, it's about us, and let's go play. And so, I did what they would have done, and we're going to move forward.
What kind of mixed emotions would there be if you guys were to win the Rose Bowl? To win this championship game, and then, see the team move on to the Rose Bowl?
Let's hope we have that problem. Let's hope we have that problem.
If you guys were to lose this game on Friday, would you want to see this team go to a bowl game?
Absolutely. They're deserving of postseason. We lost 6 games. We lost to 3 guys that are headed to the Heisman dinner. And we lost a tough game on the road to Arizona after their coach had been fired, and they were emotional and so forth. And unfortunately, that was an ugly scene with the debacle at the end of the first half. But we came back from that. We lost in the snow at Utah, and we lost. Who else? Texas. We lost to the University of Texas, who's, if you look at the last rankings of the last 5 years, they're either 1 or 2 in recruiting. So that's what we lost to. And teams that were like us in terms of experience at the quarterback position and all the other things, we did pretty damn well.
There's been a couple points in the last 2 years where it looked like you were close to turning the corner, like the Texas game last year, then the ASU and Cal.
Quarterback got hurt.
Why couldn't you quite finish that?
You just said it. The quarterback got hurt in the Texas game. Tore his knee. Wasn't able to play. We went and scored 42 points the next week, but we tried to put Kevin back in. We couldn't get it going at Cal. And so now we're back to Richard. And this offense isn't perfect for Richard. We tried to tailor it when we made the decision to go to Richard this year, but it's a little bit different. It's a square peg into a round hole. So Richard gets hurt, so now we go back to Kevin, and Kevin was ready, and I'm happy for the way he's played for the most part, and he's going to have to play his best this weekend.
So if you're picking a moment, that was it?
Picking a moment of what?
After with Texas and the quarterbacks.
Of where this thing went south?
Yeah.
I could go back to practice 14 in the spring ball my first year. I mean, we lost 2 starting quarterbacks. There's been a slew of unfortunate circumstance, but that's life. That's what you do. You just keep digging. And I'm proud of the way we got to postseason in year 2, even though it didn't look all that pretty, and having to root for Navy to beat Army. It's just the way it is. But we went and won a bowl game in 14-degree weather, and thought we were going to roll around and turn it around, and all of a sudden, we had a best offensive lineman going to mission, so we're in a quandary. And I hate talking this way because it sounds excuse-laden. All I want to say is, number 1, I'm very thankful for the opportunity. Number 2, I still believe I'm a damn good football coach. And number 3, we're going to play our tails off this weekend. I don't know what that means in terms of final score, but we will show up and we will play with great pride.
Have you would have asked to coach the Oregon game if you?
Yes, I would have.
So what about the bowl game? Did you ask to stay on through the end of the year if there's a bowl game?
I had said that if we win, I would like to coach in a Rose Bowl, but I was told that that would not be in the best interest of UCLA. And as I think about it, I can understand that point of view in terms of moving forward. My thought always is to finish, but ultimately that's Dan's decision, and I understand.
Have you had any discussions about Jerry's future yet?
Jerry's going to have his choice. When I was recruiting Jerry, I said, there'll be some commentary as to whether you're being favored, whether that's going on. And, he said, Dad, I want to come to UCLA whether you're there or not. I didn't want it to happen quite this quickly, but these things are more personal than probably one lets on the surface. And so it'll be up to him to determine that. But he's a very capable young man, and he'll be a good player wherever he is.